Hey everybody, you might be thinking, is that a Zoom H2N in your pocket or are you just pleased to see me? Well, I am pleased to see you, but it is also a H2N. And the reason for that is, you'll note, I have no camera on my head because the day has finally come. My days as a drifter have ended. I've called an end to it. Basically, my Drift 4K is becoming more and more of a pain in the butt to the point that I just gave up on it. I was doing my a video down in Portsmouth a few days ago about my first 10 years on YouTube, because I've actually hit that milestone. But I don't have that video because of the goddamn drift. Now, as I've been talking about for many years, this is a problem because people keep saying to me, hey, what camera should I get? And I'm like, I don't know. The perfect solution is not out there. The Drift 4K, the Drift Ghost S, you know, that form factor camera, perfect. Reliability, not. And also some other issues. You know, the quality from it is just not really that amazing compared to some other things now in this day and age. Battery life's great and all that, but yeah. I've avoided using GoPros, or the idea of getting a GoPro, because I don't like the mounting options. However, after looking at all my options and the prices, including the Sony, I did consider the Sony. I've decided I'm going to go down the GoPro route. I've ordered a GoPro Hero 9, which is going to be with me in a couple of days, and that's actually going to be a very good thing, I think, because not only will it mean that I'll have a more reliable camera, changing batteries more regularly is not such a problem because I have to do it with this 360 anyway. But whereas with the Ghost, I only really used it as an audio recorder because I just hated the narrow view from it. I'll use the view from my helmet using a GoPro. I'm going to try and front mount it a little bit more so I don't get, you know, half a screen of head. I'll have to have some proper fiddling with it to try and work out what's going to be best. So that's going to be a very good thing, I think. The Hero 9 looks to be one of the best action cameras that's been made in yonks. I still don't like the whole flipping GoPro not just giving you a 3.5mm jack or something like that. You have to buy the adapter and all that sort of stuff. But there was kind of an amazing deal on it, which was, well, the camera on its own was like 430 quid. But because of a deal where you basically get GoPro subscription, which gives you unlimited cloud service, unquestioned camera cover, but I don't know how unquestioned that really is, and a discount on accessories. By paying £50 for that for the first year, they knock off £150 off the camera. So not only do you get that service paid for, basically, but you also get £100 off the camera. And then I bought a load of accessories, and basically I paid £400 for a camera which was $430 on its own. Now, it has been only with the great support of this audience and a particular couple of people that I was in a position that I was able to do that. They just recently just happened to help me out, and it was perfect timing. I was going to do a PC upgrade, but that's going to be put back just a little bit at the moment. I'm trying to find a company to work with anyway, so that's fine. As I say, my PC, it's slow, but it works. That's all I was trying to do. I wasn't trying to fix anything, I was trying to just speed it up. Well, it's better to have videos that are slower to make than it is to have no videos to make at all, because your camera keeps failing on you. I mean, I've used drift since the original Stealth, like the giant brick. I've got one of those, it still turns on, as I found out this morning because I was having a quick look. I've got a couple of Ghost S's. I actually have two 4Ks, one of them's in bits because of problems. So yeah, my setup in the future is going to be the Insta360 One X, like this, and the GoPro on my head. And obviously I'm much happier using the GoPro footage. That's why I always tend to use the 360 footage, so I'll get a better mix of the three for the people who don't really like the 360 stuff. But yeah, it's definitely been a benefit to my channel changing to this. I think more people like it than don't. Also, in the winter, of course, I'll have the option to just use one camera, because this in the rain is not waterproof, but then you get water on the lens anyway, and 360 camera just looks weird with that. So if I go in the winter to a single camera setup, I can use the GoPro. But I'm ideally going to use it with a field recorder like I am now, because that way I can have all of it closed off and completely waterproof, and it will be a completely waterproof setup with good audio, I hope. I'm testing. This video may not happen, but I think I've tested enough that it will work. There is a question as to what sort of condition this Zoom H2N's in though, because I have been having some interference issues with it in the garage videos, as a couple of people noticed. Only on certain devices you can hear this high-pitched noise, which I wasn't getting through the speakers I was editing with, but I did get through my headphones afterwards and was like, god damn it. I came up with some fixes for that using, track EQ and stuff, and really selecting out the frequencies it was on and just cutting those out. And that kind of solved that. But as it turns out, it was for some reason, if I get the Purple Panda TTRS, or is it TTS, I can't remember which one it is, adapter over the screen of the Zoom, it gets this interference, and there's obviously some sort of interference from the screen's power that gets picked up by the adapter. So as long as they're separate, it's fine. But I'm not using the Purple Panda mic because I did try that, and actually my mic's better. This one sounds better, and this is the Cena boom mic that I converted. I do think it's starting to get a bit old now. The diaphragms or whatever it's got in it are probably, I don't know, it's piezoelectric crystals or whatever, probably getting a bit worn. I do have to replace it every now and then because it gets me bellowing in it for hours and hours a week. But I do wish there was an already made boom mic with a 3.5 on it. Like this, but with a 3.5, because these come with a 2.5, and yes, you can get adapters, but trust me, oh god, they're rubbish. Yes, you can chop them off and solder on a 3.5, and that's what I do, but I don't want to have to keep doing that. And it's micro soldering on wires that don't really like it. But as I say, I'm very excited about going the GoPro, because that wide angle view where you get to see my arms like I see it, more like I used to get with my Ghost S, that was a 160 degree field of view. That was more like it. It went to 140 on everything with drift since then, and it's just too narrow. It just is. I mean, for most people it's probably fine, but no, I'm done. I'm done. I used to work with drift a long time ago, and man, if you bring out a camera that solves all the problems and is reliable, I will be back there with you, screaming your name. But the customer service has to be right too. You do need to get that bit right. Oh, and I'm going to say it, your social media absolutely sucks. Who in their right mind as a camera company uses promotional pictures of a camera which they do not sell anymore? It's bizarre. And giving photography tips. Some social media by some companies is counterproductive. That is a good example. It's just an opportunity for people to complain about the cameras. It does happen. They're like, look at this new camera. And everyone's like, yeah, what about my broken one? Now, I'm not saying the GoPros, without fault, they do have a lot of problems, but if I've got this cover on it, the camera gets replaced fast if I have any issues. I know lots of people who have them. There are popular cameras, so there's a lot more accessories out there. It's also going to be quite handy possibly for the Q&As. It might also be handy for some of the garage work, because the night videos as well. There's going to be many benefits to me picking up one of these cameras, even if it wasn't for vlogging on the bike, but it will be. Oh god, it better not be flooded down here. We've had a lot of rain. Oh, it's not flooded, it's okay. I know what a lot of you are thinking. You're thinking, I'll see now the bike's all done up, he doesn't want to even get it dirty. There's a point in that in a supermoto. Cute little doggies. I'll get over it eventually. But I have tuned this more for the road now, by stiffening up the suspension and stuff. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about cameras, and that's what I've done. As I say, it's with huge thanks to the people that support this channel, and a couple of particular people who came out of nowhere and just said, hey, I really want to help you out. Thank you, appreciate it. And of course, a massive thanks to everyone who watches and hits the like button at the end of the video. I really do appreciate when people do that. It means a lot to me. I can actually get less likes on a video than I have patrons. People are more willing to financially support the channel, so it's here making videos, than they are to click a like button. And I get why, because the system for a lot of things, those are weird eyes, the system for liking stuff on anything other than a PC or a phone is a bit tricky. And we don't all watch on PCs and phones. And also, we don't always remember to hit the like button. I'm guilty of it. But I do have a habit, if I forget, of going, no, we're having the video, go hit the like. If this setup works, we are going to have no problems, because the GoPro arrives in the next day or two. that I won't be able to actually use it with the mic adapter on it for a while, because to plug in the microphone adapter you need to be able to have the door off the side of the camera. The door on the side of the camera is removable, but it retains the battery, so you need to have one of these special doors that goes over it and has a hole for that. Not a problem, available on eBay and Amazon, not a lot of money. Maybe by a company called like I'm going to say Yolandi, but I know that's wrong, because that's to do with Deantwood. No, anyway, but it's got a hole in it, okay, so you can put the mic through. Because the camera is new, I can't actually get one of those doors till mid-late November, because clearly the Chinese companies have to get one of the cameras, measure it, make a door, and then send them out to everyone. That sort of 4-6 weeks time of them getting that done is pretty damn impressive, if I'm honest, but it does leave me with an area of time far longer than I could possibly comprehend, where I won't have a functioning setup. And yes, I could probably beat the drift into working occasionally, but I'm not going to do it. I just really hope that this system of using this works, is good enough for now. It may even be better, it's quite possible. We'll see. But obviously, at the moment, I'm a bit sort of stuck, so there is going to be a few different videos I'm going to make. I've got a couple of things in mind, but are there any mechanical explanation videos you'd like to see? Now, some of my most viewed videos are these videos like how does a motorcycle engine work, how does a motorcycle gearbox work. Can't really do those ones again, because I've already done them, and I don't have an engine to work on, or destroy, should I say, more accurately. I've done one on brakes and stuff like that. If there's any sort of basic concept you'd like explaining, whack it in the comments, or you think that others would like to know, or that you didn't know and found it hard to find the answer. If it's something I know about well enough to actually teach people, because you know, it's one thing to understand it, it's another thing to teach it, and you can't teach something clearly unless you know it well enough that you know it backwards and forwards, if you know what I mean. I think Einstein or someone like that said that. I've also got to just finish off my tax return. I've basically got to add up all of my receipts from the year. I was relatively organised, you know, I was organised enough not to leave it in just a pile. It was in individual folders, and I was able to actually go through and look at all the receipts. I had them all printed out from Amazon and all those sorts of places. However, I haven't added them all up, so I have to go through each month and add it all up. I already know I'm not paying any tax because I know I've spent at least a couple of grand, and that puts me under the tax allowance, which I think also puts me under minimum wage. But I don't care, because I absolutely goddamn love doing what I do now. And I know that the support is growing. As the channel gets better, more people will get on board to help out. I should have cut this shorter earlier, but let's end it here. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.